The following is intended for mature audiences. Viewer discretion is advised. Welcome, Deadites, to part 8 of What If Izuku Midoriya, or in this case, Izuku Bakugo, had a quirk. So this was brought to my attention, and I'll state this before we start. If anyone was confused about Inko's potential and power, don't be. Literally, just look at her daddy, and you've got what she has the potential to be. I mean, at this current state, Inko is a half-powered Izzy, but sure, she can only use 2 slots right now, which is literally half of his current, but that doesn't mean she can, well, she's extremely powerful. Yes. But back to the point. With that out of the way, let's hit this. We pick up with Dobby in one of the most secure safe houses Izzy has access to short of his own home. He couldn't take that risk at the moment, his parole and whatnot. Dobby had been held up at Miki's lair for a few weeks. I'll hit y'all with a flashback. I get that he's a key player in the game, but why does he have to stay here? He'll throw off Miki's groove. Miki's habit of referring to herself in the third person when she gets emotional was showing off. This isn't exactly a safe house. It's a watchdog info station. Miki had just defeated herself and she didn't even know it. Yes, Miki, you are correct. This is a watchdog facility, and I happen to not only be a capo, but their primary investor. As a capo of this area, my word is law, and this place is mine to use as I see fit. Miki had no words, and Dobby was holding back laughter. She had been thoroughly owned. Miki showed Dobby to his room. The capo's word is law, so I'll do as he says. But if you ever endanger him or us, well, you've seen him use Miki's quirk. Miki left and let her promise to kill Dobby dead marinate. Well, damn. She's feisty. Dobby said as he sat in the provided chair. The room itself was simple. Bed, bathroom, chair for lounging, and a TV. No computer access for him. He was trusted by Izzy, but Izzy himself didn't want to risk Dobby doing something stupid. Fade to the farm to see Izzy and Bunny having a small chat. Thanks for having us, Bunny. Inko really wanted to get out of the city for a bit. Inko was being lovingly sandwiched between Ochako and Melissa. All 3 of them were out cold. Boy, you got a screw loose or something? I wouldn't be even half this farm without you. And the whole town hasn't been booming with so much life in ages. We owe everything to you, you big idiot. Bunny lays one on him and hops on top. Bunny, as much as I would love to, and trust me, I would love to. Bunny stopped him. Relax. We ain't crossing that line. Can't say I don't regret my decision to give you to my daughter, but still, what's done is done. The women in your life ain't got nothing to fear from me. You hear me, Melissa? That had confused Izzy until he noticed Melissa walk on up to them. Don't worry, I'm getting off. Melissa glared at Bunny. By the way, they're in the jacuzzi and currently naked, since that's what they do around there. Poor wording on my end. Sorry, I'll hop off. Melissa follows suit and removes her clothes. When in Rome, I guess.
Izzy made his way to her. "Have a good nap, Lissa." Indeed she did. Bunny made to leave, and Izzy's eyes once again looked at her go. Lissa pouted a bit, but the stare didn't last that long. His eyes went straight back where they belonged, on Melissa. The weekend retreat to the farm was fun for them, but they had to return to the city. A few days go by, and as per routine, All Might was having his bath in healing waters. The water has been getting stronger as of late, and he's been feeling much better. His scar was fading slightly, but he still had to deal with his small might form. I wonder, was the last thing Toshinori uttered before he did something utterly stupid and was made subject to the worst pain he's ever known. For all those who've seen What If Deku Wasn't Saved in Time, increase the pain of that specific All Might felt by about 10 and you've got what's going on now. Since there isn't a tiny mucosal organism to guide and direct this healing, the waters are essentially working like nanites and healing every slight imperfection, and it's not fun. Toshinori can't scream because the water is forcing its way in. But, however, the sounds of shattering porcelain alert Izzy. "What was that?" Izzy asked. "Oh no, Toshinori, you idiot!" That one sentence from Reinforce was enough for Izzy to know what he had done. Toshinori had consumed healing waters. Namuri runs to All Might and is pulled away via Gravitex. "Don't go near him, Namuri. You'll only be in the same boat as him. Not even I can stop it at this point. Reinforce, help me out here." Reinforce aids Izzy in accelerating the rate of the healing. All they can do for him at this point is make it end faster.
"Rien, we have to do something about this. Don't worry, Izzy. I have an idea. I'll see if I can't splice nanite into healing waters, since it functions like that anyway. Why the hell didn't either one of us think about that sooner? You didn't think about it because you relate nanite as a part of me, and I didn't think Toshi would be stupid enough to do that after we told him external use."
Speaking of, Namuri was death-glaring Izzy. "Don't look at me like that, Namuri. Reinforce and I both told him to use the waters externally. This is going to take a while. I'm going to use Lost in the Echo so his screaming doesn't get the cops called on us." Namuri shook her head. Toshinori's body was back in proper form, but he was still shaking and convulsing. He wasn't exactly, well, in the house, so to speak. His body was still doing all of that stuff. But a few hours later, he was fine. If Izzy and Reinforce hadn't accelerated the waters, this could have lasted for a day or longer. Namuri was sleeping next to the door, or at least she was before it put her back in bed. Toshinori would be back in action and as good as ever, and Rien and Izzy would have an improved version of healing waters. A few days later, and we see Katsuki training with Inko again. He didn't really have any powerful friends, and he didn't want to take up too much of his uncle's time. But Inko would always have time to help her big brother. Katsuki was on the cusp of something. He didn't quite know what it was at the moment. All he knew was that when he finds it, he'll know. Izzy drops in on the kids without them noticing. Katsuki is wearing the suit that Izzy had made for him, and Inko was wearing a prototype suit Izzy was designing for both himself and Miki. Ever play Warframe? Think Octavia. While Sound Sonic can create and manipulate sound waves, Beatmeister can only, manipulate, and requires a sound of some sort for manipulation, like, say, Miki yelling. She could possibly pull a silver banshee. That thought never came to Miki, but Izzy knew it was possible. Katsuki had the upper ground since Inko wasn't used to her new toys, but once she got the hang of it, Katsuki had to work hard to keep that dominance. That's when Inko went full volume on the song she was playing, and just used the beat to drive more power to the sound wave she had created, with her hands followed by her feet. Katsuki fell victim to the foot blast. Thank you. Next. Inko was getting a little cocky, but she was told to only use Sound Sonic and could feel her father watching her from somewhere. Katsuki shoves it off. He's a resilient one. Nice try, you wannabe Nicki Minaj. Maybe I should start training with your homewrecker of a father instead of his little bastard.
Of course, he didn't mean any of that, but he wanted to rile her up. Stupid idea, Katsuki.
That made Inko really angry, and she just started to see red. Even if she could feel her father somewhere, she just, like I said, saw red. No one talks about her daddy that way. No one. Remember that Sound Sonic can create and manipulate sound waves. That also means that in what she's currently wearing, she can go faster than the speed of sound. The boom disoriented her brother and... Okay, two things. One, her name is Ariana Grande, and you will show her some respect.
Those are her thoughts, not mine, by the way.
And two, don't you ever talk about my daddy that way. Now feel the power of my bass cannon! That attack was no joke, and Izzy could feel it. This so-called bass cannon seemed to be on par with some of his more powerful hydroblasts.
Izzy had never really thought about using Sound Sonic to do a charged blast attack.
So like I said, Inko gave Izzy a new idea, but still, he couldn't let that happen. Without missing a beat, pun intended, Izzy dropped down. I've seen enough! Katsuki starts to complain. Your little sister almost brought you an inch to death because she knew I was standing by. Katsuki. And for what? Misnaming a poppin' R&B star?
He flat out pretended that he didn't hear what Katsuki said right at that moment.
Inko, go to your room. You are grounded. No TV or dessert for a week. Inko started to complain. Do you want me to add a spanking to that young lady? Move it!
The look of pure disappointment on Izzy's face made Inko leave to her room without further complaint. She would have to work hard to get back in her daddy's good graces. And then there's you, young man. You were purposefully antagonizing your sister. You realized that she could have ended you with that. She wasn't thinking straight, and that cannon was aimed at your head. Even with my newly upgraded healing waters, best worst case scenario, you'd be deaf for quite some time, if you had survived. I'm banning you from sparring with Inko until I can teach her proper control. I know you didn't mean a word of what you said there about me, or her, but you shouldn't have said that at all.
go home. Now, boy. The look of pure rage in his eyes made Katsuki flat out piss himself. Luckily, that was just his costume, so he had normal clothes to go home in. Izzy would have his suit cleaned. He made a phone call as soon as Katsuki had dipset. Sorihiko, I need your help with a problem. That's right, Sorihiko Torino, Gran Torino. Since Izzy doesn't need training from him, I thought this would be a good way to keep him relevant. Also, I'm pretty sure I stated this, but ages have been adjusted for this. All Might is 35 in this since I believe Gran Torino can't be more than like 20 plus years older than Toshinori, let's say he's 50, meaning that the old cadre is going to look a lot younger than we know him to look. Either way, back to the convo. Izzy. So I take it she finally had an outburst. Can't your friends at UA help you with this? The old man already knew the answer. He was about to get. Look, I don't want people seeing my baby girl as a threat. And before you ask why I don't just limit her power, it don't work like that. I can't limit it any further than her body has already done. That just ain't how our quirk works. I asked because I know you. Alright, before I finish that sentence, I have a poll for y'all. This one is short and simple, but could further change the dynamic of the story. Is Nana alive? Back to the story. After the phone call, Izzy goes to Inko's room, but she's not there. He feels for her and finds her crying in Ochako's bosom. Daddy hates me now, Mama Chaco. What do I do? Izzy paused for a moment. He didn't know Inko was this close to Ochako. He wonders if she calls Melissa Mama as well. Daddy doesn't hate him, baby. Based off what D-Frag showed me, you lost your temper and almost hurt your brother really bad. He's disappointing is all. Melissa walks in with a bowl of ice cream and Izzy stares at it hard. I don't want it, Mama Melissa. Daddy said I'm not allowed. Inko is still crying. Melissa began eating the ice cream. Ochako is right. Your father thinks the world of you, and he expects the better of you, almost as if he forgot you were a 4-year-old. Isn't that right, Izzy? He had been called out on that one. Inko. Slot explosion and Gravitex. We're gonna be doing some flying. You are going to train with some of the greatest heroes Japan has ever known. But you must promise me to work on your self-control. The plan was to leave now, but you seem to be having girl time. You may have some ice cream, but only a little. Daddy is going downstairs for a drink. Izzy goes down to high society for a much-needed drink. Mitsuki was waiting on a stool drinking a martini. She had already ordered him a Long Island. Give me an Adios Mother Fracker. It's an actual drink. The actual name is Adios Mother Woe. You get the point. It was that kind of a day. Inko is going to boot camp, isn't she? Mitsuki asked. Katsuki had told her what Izzy had told him about what could have happened, and all he did was hold her hand and cry. And by he, I mean Izzy. Did I fail our girl, Mitsuki? She assures him that he didn't, and reminds him of her age. The two enjoy their drinks. and have their moment. Inko is getting excited about tomorrow. Oh, you poor, poor, naive little girl.
See you next time, Deadites.